What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Compound. Hit that like button and subscribe to see more content like this. Let's get into it and not waste any time at all, my friends. Here we are sitting at about $84.78. It is Monday, the beginning of a new week. We have 16 hours and 58 minutes left in the day. We've closed above the 50 and maintained readings above the 50. That's nice, but it's nothing too impressive. We need to continue a little bit higher. I do like that we've broken out, at least it seems like we've broken out of this downtrend here in this relative consolidation phase on this overall up move, which would suggest that we are ready for the next phase of this overall up move. If that's true, we could take an overall high to an overall low of this move down and project out a move to $171 to $220. But hold up now. With this kind of consolidation, this is a pretty small consolidation phase. During small consolidation, in the event of small consolidation phases like this, I think it is appropriate to look past the primary target zone and potentially consider the secondary target zone, which would be between the 2618 and the 1886. So let's try and make sense out of that. Okay, let's try and make sense out of that zone. First and foremost, the 1618 to the 1272 probably should be considered as well. I'm not saying that we stop there, but maybe we find some resistance along the way before we stop and see a more considerable consolidation point or something, right? Who knows? But let's put a line here at the minimum kind of secondary zone target to the maximum secondary zone target and play off of that. You could fall short of this, you could exceed this, but I'm just going off of what I personally expect to see based on this next move for Compound by the end of January, if not even sometime in February. But I very much believe by the end of January, Compound will be above 266 bucks. It's at $85 now. I expect the average coin to do a 3x or less, 90% to a 3x over the next month and a half. That would put you over 3x. Compound, I think, will outperform most of the market. And hold on, actually, before we go any further, Compound USD here versus others. That's what we want to do. Compound USD. We put it in log. It is in log, yeah. And we go to the daily time frame here. Look at the RSI. Well, that's, oh, that's not the RSI. That's the MACD. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got the MACD on this one, not the RSI. That's okay. Look, you're coming down from the upside, potentially finding support around the zero, and you could move up. The MACD is kind of weird on this one, I'm not going to lie. 3-day time frame looks weird. Weekly looks bullish, actually, but still weird. Anyways, we're not going to get a whole lot off of that. Compound versus others. This would imply this is Compound versus the average altcoin, right? That's what this is. So if we're looking at this here, again, on the daily time frame, you're bouncing off of this 123 moving average right here on the daily, the green line there, from a low to a high. That's the golden ratio. You're down here potentially finding support and looking like you want to move up, right? This looks like a general move up. Consolidation, you would likely move up. So it makes sense that if Compound moves up versus others, if it does move up versus others, and I think it will, that Compound outperforms others. And if we look at it on a weekly basis, I mean, I suspect right now that you're about to turn the tide. Can we get the weekly RSI on here? That really messed with me, man. I want the RSI, damn it. Get it on there. There we go. But it's broken. Can we do it? If I did others, let's just do it on this one. Let's do others versus Compound, maybe. Let's try it that way. Okay, there we go. Now you see, now this is way better, right? So if this chart goes down, then that would imply that Compound is going to outperform most of the markets, right? Because it's others versus Compound, not Compound versus others. Now it's flip-flopped. And this does look bearish. Look at the weekly RSI with lower highs, lower lows. You're in the areas looking like you're about to reject off of your 50 here. You bounced off your 123 moving average, sure, but what did you do? What did you do from a high to a low? You hit your 1618 golden ratio and found resistance there, right? You might be moving down. And that makes sense because you found support on the 1618 golden ratio here, so that makes sense that you'd move up there, you might move down here. Previous areas of support moving down. If on a weekly basis it looks like this, it looks like you're going to see new lows. It looks like it really does look like you're going to see new lows. That would imply Compound outperforms the average crypto, not just for the coming days, but the coming weeks, the coming months. Okay, going back to Compound here, we took a major detour, but 213% is at the bottom of the barrel for Compound over this next move, over the next month and a half. Everybody's bored of Compound, but I'm telling you, man, this is the bottom of the barrel for Compound, right? And at the bottom of the barrel, it still exceeds the top expectations of the average altcoin. I'm telling you. And at the top of the barrel, it well exceeds it, right? Seeing a 5x, it's very possible. So seeing this at $84.80 right now, I very much do believe Compound will see prices between 266 and 459. If we take this off the table, we put a nice all-time high fib to the all-time low fib, or I guess the end of this move down fib. You can see that right here, the golden ratio is 61869, that zone 235 to 304. The line that we identified prior to all this, 266, splits that zone perfectly. And in the 786, it's a little bit higher, right? But that's also around this area where you closed on a monthly basis a couple times. You found some wicks, some resistance up here. So something around 460, 420 is possible. But I really do like this $300 area as well. So time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I expect this move to take place again by the end of February, if not maybe the beginning of March. But that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Compound's looking frisky. It's looking really good. 3-day, daily, all of it looks good, man. Nothing else for you. Take care. Bye-bye. See you on the next.